Windows. Windows is the most widely used operating system in the world, developed by Microsoft and first released in 1985. It went through major versions over the years, from Windows 95 and XP to Windows 7 and Windows 10, all the way to Windows 11. What makes it stand out is its compatibility with virtually any PC brand and its ability to serve all kinds of users, from hardcore gamers and programmers to everyday office workers. However, it comes with well-known downsides, like frequent intrusive updates, vulnerability to viruses and malware due to its massive user base, and of course the legendary blue screen of death that has been around since its earliest days. macOS. macOS was released by Apple in 2001 and is exclusive to Apple devices like MacBooks and iMacs. This tight control over both hardware and software makes it one of the most stable and well-optimized operating systems available. It is especially popular among video editors, graphic designers, and musicians, thanks to Apple's powerful built-in apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and GarageBand. It also allows seamless syncing with iPhone and iPad for messages, calls, and files. However, its biggest downside is that it locks you into buying expensive Apple hardware, and it falls short in gaming due to the lack of DirectX and powerful dedicated GPUs. Linux. Linux is not a single operating system but a family of operating systems known as distributions, created by Linus Torvalds in 1991 as a free and open-source alternative. It is lightweight and does not require powerful hardware, which is why it runs on older machines as well as high-performance servers. Since it is open-source, anyone can modify it and build their own version, which is why there are many distributions such as Ubuntu and Fedora for regular users and CentOS and Debian for servers and professionals. Major platforms like Google and Facebook run on Linux servers, and even NASA systems use it. However, it is not beginner-friendly since many distributions rely on text-based commands rather than graphical interfaces, and most mainstream apps and games do not support it. ChromeOS. ChromeOS was developed by Google and released in 2011 as a lightweight cloud-based operating system. It comes pre-installed on Chromebooks, which are affordable laptops that boot up in seconds and are well-suited for schools and office work. Instead of installing software locally, it relies primarily on the internet and web apps with automatic background updates and strong security since most data is stored on Google servers rather than the device itself. It also supports Android apps through the Google Play Store. However, it loses much of its functionality without an internet connection and does not support professional software like full Adobe Photoshop or heavy video editing tools, making it a poor choice for demanding creative or gaming workloads. Android. Android is an open-source operating system developed by Google and is the most widely used mobile OS in the world, adopted by brands like Samsung, Xiaomi, and many others. It offers extensive customization, from changing themes and installing third-party launchers to modifying nearly every aspect of the interface. The Google Play Store provides millions of apps and games, and Android covers a wide range of devices from budget phones to high-end flagships. However, not all devices receive regular updates, which leads to security risks and slower performance over time. Some manufacturers also pre-install apps that cannot be removed, and certain apps tend to run less smoothly on Android compared to iOS. iOS. iOS is Apple's exclusive operating system for iPhone and iPad. Apple's full control over both hardware and software makes it one of the most stable and secure mobile platforms available. Even older iPhones receive software updates for years, and the App Store offers a highly curated selection of apps with strong security standards. It also enables seamless integration across Apple devices, including MacBooks, iPads, and Apple Watches. However, iOS is quite restrictive since users cannot install apps from outside the App Store, customization options are limited, there is no expandable storage or headphone jack, and Apple devices tend to be expensive. UNIX. UNIX is one of the oldest operating systems and the foundation of many modern ones. Originally developed in the late 1960s at Bell Labs by AT&T as a multi-user multitasking system, it is not used by everyday consumers but is heavily relied upon in large corporate servers, banking systems, and scientific research. For example, the National Weather Service uses UNIX-based systems to process massive amounts of meteorological data for weather forecasting. Its licensing cost is also notably high, at around $1,447 per user, making it a significant investment for large organizations. BSD. BSD, or Berkeley Software Distribution, is a family of operating systems derived from UNIX, developed at the University of California, Berkeley in the 1970s. It is used primarily by technical experts for servers, networking, and embedded systems rather than personal computers. Notable examples of BSD-based systems include PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Netflix's content delivery network, and firewalls like pfSense and OPNsense, all thanks to BSD's efficient resource management and ability to handle heavy workloads. It comes in several versions, most notably FreeBSD, OpenBSD, and NetBSD.